Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a kind of get ready with me video, and I'm also going to be talking about my birth story for Theo and Valentina. They have very similar birth stories for both of them. So I'm going to be talking about both of them, a little bit about how I'm doing with my body now, if like I'm exercising, all that kind of stuff, how Theo's doing, and just doing a little makeup look for Valentine's Day, since Valentine's Day is in this weekend. I want to do a fun, pretty Valentine's Day look for the makeup and have that up while I talk to you about my birth story and all that. Before we get into the video, make sure you like this video if you like seeing makeup tutorials, get ready with me, that kind of stuff. If you like my vlogs, all that, if you just like my content, like this video and subscribe to my channel. That way you can see all of my videos coming up, and hit the notification bell. That way you're notified every single time I come out with a new video. And I think that's pretty much it. Follow me on social media, they'll all be linked down below. And yeah, that's it. So let's go ahead and jump into this video. All right, we're jumping into this. So I'm going to be telling you what I'm using, and then I'll be talking about my birth story. I might as well do both of my kids because I didn't do Valentina when I was pregnant with her 2 years ago. But yeah, I'm using my Becca under eye brightening corrector, whatever, I think that's what it's called. Always use this to help with these dark circles I have under my eye. Pretty sure they're a lot worse right now just because I do have a newborn. So there's that. My birth story. They're pretty much the same between Theo and Valentina. And I'm gonna just kind of go back a little bit. I have like this is just about their names. I have like a list of names that I would like to choose from for all my kids basically. So they're all kind of like planned out. With Valentina, I really love that name. No one around here has it. No one in my family has it. That's a big thing because I do have a big family, like extended family, and I don't want to have the same name as somebody else because I do get together with them a lot. And yeah, so I always go for names that you can say in Spanish, that my parents can easily say in Spanish, that they're not gonna butcher or anything like that. Like there's just names that I'm not gonna name my kid because it's just too American or too, like they're gonna have trouble saying it. So I'm not gonna bother with that. So for Valentina, I liked it because it was pretty in English, if like, you know, Valentina, or how my parents will say it, Valentina. I liked both of them. I liked the meaning behind it. It meant like strong, which I really like that because before her I miscarried, so I wanted her to be strong. I wanted to not have to worry about that time. So yeah, that's where her name came from basically. But I did already have her name in like a list of names that I liked. And then for Theo, same thing. His name was in a list that I have on my phone, and it was between that or like the full name Mateo, and I like it because it means gift of God, God's gift, something like that. And I always wanted a boy. Honestly, I've always pictured myself with having nothing but boys, but you know, got Valentina, so that didn't happen. So yeah, that is where their names came from. But I don't like shortening names. Valentina, I don't really give her a nickname. If I'm texting about her, I shorten it to just like V. That's, I guess you could say, her nickname, but I always call her Valentina. She doesn't have any kind of nickname. Two of my sisters call her Valley, and some will say V, but for the most part, everybody calls her by her full name, and I like that. I mean, that's what I gave her, so I expect that to be what people call her. And then for Theo, that's why I didn't name him Mateo, because I really like that name, but I was gonna call him Theo, and I just rather give him the name that I'm always gonna be calling him. And you can say that in English and Spanish. In English, it's obviously Theo. In Spanish, it's Theo. So that one, again, easy for my parents. So I liked it, and I picked these names. Blake did not pick either of them. They have his last name. I don't know what more he wants, so I picked them. But yeah, that's where their names came from. And So now moving on to like the birth story. And I just used the Rare Beauty concealer. Love that. Where's my foundation? For foundation, I'm going to be using the Juvia's Place I Am Magic Velvety Matte Foundation. I love this. This is probably like my favorite drugstore foundation. But, so where was I? Okay, the birth story. Let's just go with, you know, Theo, since he's the most recent, and I'll just add in stuff about Valentina's. So I had a C-section. First off, I had a C-section with Valentina. It was not planned or anything like that. It was an emergency C-section. So I was, for this time with Theo, I did find a doctor midwife for to try and do a VBAC, which is a vaginal birth after cesarean. That's what the acronym stands for. So I was looking for VBAC friendly doctors, midwives, anything like that. And at first I went with like a doctor, an OBGYN, but then I saw in the same practice they had VBAC friendly and VBAC supportive, whatever. There's like a big difference between that. Midwives. And I had read up on midwives, and I just feel like they just care more about what you want. They're more careful with you. I don't know. I just feel like they listen more. So yeah, that's why I went and switched with a midwife from the same practice. So yeah, I saw like a rotation of midwives my whole pregnancy. It was just like 3 of them, but I mainly saw like 2 the whole time, and I loved all of them. They were so supportive of trying to do a VBAC. The first thing, the one I saw for my very first appointment, told me or asked me if I wanted to try to do a VBAC. And I was already so happy that she just went ahead and asked me that, because I was going to ask anyways. But to know that my doctor, you know, was supportive of that and wanted that for me, she told me I was a good candidate, all that, I was super happy that I found these people. So yeah, fast forward to the day I went to the hospital. So my due date was December 11th, and I really wanted it to be December 11th. I'm a December baby, but I wanted the 11th because 11 is my number, favorite number, my sports number in high school and all that. So yeah, I wanted it to be 11. So I had went into my last, it was like my 40 week doctor's appointment. It was literally Thursday, so I went the 10th, and then I went, and I had already been having contractions and stuff, and when I went, I was still having contractions. They were pretty close apart, and they were doing the NST, the non-stress test on the baby to make sure that he was doing good and all that. But during the test, he wasn't as active, I guess, and they were a little bit worried from that. It didn't worry me just because he was so active all the other times. Sorry, background noise. But he was always active. It didn't worry me at all, but he chose that time to maybe just be sleeping or something. I don't know. But where's my powder? I'm gonna use this Dermablend loose setting powder, translucent, to set my face and all that. So they didn't like that, and then when I was waiting to see, they did that first, and then I went to see my midwife. And when I went to see my midwife, she saw the results and all that and was talking to me about it, and she saw that I was having contractions very close. And so she went ahead and like, you know what, we're gonna go ahead and send you, this was just a day before my due date anyways, I was already miserable at this point, and she said, I'm gonna go ahead and send you to the hospital. So I went to the hospital and all that. The first time with Valentina, they sent me to the hospital too a week before, and I forgot why, but they sent me to the hospital, and then my doctor broke my water like at 11. I had like my doctor's appointment like 9 or something, and then they sent me to the hospital and he broke it at 11, which now that I've learned everything that I have learned from like Facebook groups on VBAC and all that kind of crap, you know, I never would have let him do that before. So yeah, I know better now. But went to the hospital. They were just letting me labor on my own because I was doing fine, all that. Fast forward, it was painful as hell. I went ahead and just got the epidural when I was like 4 or 5 centimeters or something like that. So I was doing well, and then my water broke on its own at the hospital, which was awesome. Thought I was doing good. I was so excited to be doing it naturally, all that. And then pretty much the same thing happened with my daughter, with Valentina. The reason I had to have a C-section with her was every time they repositioned me, like move me from one side to the other or on all fours or whatever, her heart rate would decelerate, it would drop. So they wanted to go ahead and do a C-section, so not to put me at risk or the baby. So we did that, and I mean I was like so upset that time. And then this time the whole experience was a lot different. Throughout while I was laboring at the hospital, my midwife was like doing these like stretches, or I don't even know what, but I was like bouncing on a ball because I was doing everything I could to just like do everything fine and naturally, make it go naturally as possible. And so I was bouncing on the ball. I had I could move. I was watching a movie, or like a Kevin Hart with Blake, and the midwife was like massaging my leg and like my butt area. I don't know what she was doing, but my other doctor did not do any of that. She was like fully prepared to help me do whatever I needed to do to have a natural birth. So I was already feeling so much better about it because of them. And so, sorry, I'm gonna use MAC Give Me Sun bronzer to bronze on my face. So yeah, everything was going fine. And you know, because my water broke naturally, I had really high hopes, and I was like, yes, I'm gonna be able to do it, all that. And then it was like, I forgot what time, or maybe it was Wednesday that I went in. Might have been Wednesday. I can't even remember, honestly. I think it was Wednesday though. Yeah, it was Wednesday when I went in, not Thursday. So it was Wednesday when I went in, and then my water broke, all that, and then I kept laboring. It was really painful, but then he started doing the same thing that Valentina did. So after my water broke is kind of when things went a little like wonky. Like he did not like that, I guess. And his heart rate started to drop when I moved and all that kind of stuff. So they came in and they talked to me about, you know, just going ahead and doing the C-section and preparing me and all that kind of stuff. And I was upset. You know, I started crying and stuff because I really wanted to do this naturally, just because I know I want more kids. And I've always heard that, you know, with C-sections they want to limit how many because of obviously uterine rupture and all that kind of crap. But I've seen a lot of people with multiple C-sections have multiple kids, like 5. So I'm not even that worried about it, but I was still wanting to experience natural birth, like just having that relief of pushing him out myself, basically. And I really wanted to avoid having a major surgery again. Like that's the only time I've ever had a surgery, and yeah, it was painful. I've never had a natural birth, but I still would think that it's way easier, like the recovery is way easier than if you have a C-section. But I've never had a natural birth, so I can't really say, but I've seen other people who have both, and they said the natural is way easier. So yeah, so they prepped me, had to get the shot, all that kind of stuff. I was a mess, but I was like, you know what, it's fine. I tried, they let me try, they did everything they could. I know the midwife had my best interest in her mind, and I know she understood what I was wanting and my goal. So I know she was on my side for sure. Like some doctors, I just like my first doctor, I could give 2 craps about. I don't think he really cared one way or the other. So yeah, but this one, my midwife, I knew they understood what I wanted, and they tried, and they really did try to give me what I wanted and give me the labor that I wanted. So yeah, they took me in, and then they cut me open, got the baby out and all that. The same thing happened to me again with Valentina's. I had like horrible shakes during labor, And even during like my surgery, I had horrible like shakes, just like at that point, like they numb you down there so you can't even move or anything like that. So, but it was like my teeth were chattering all through the surgery and all that, and then I got sick because of the medicine they gave me to like numb everything so I wouldn't feel the surgery. And then this time again happened the same thing. I don't know what it is with the medicine, but it just does not agree with me. Oh yeah, and I used the Dior Skin Nude Air Luminizer in 001 for highlight. And then I'm using the Patrick Ta blush, the Monochrome Moment in She's Passionate. So yeah, had the surgery. Blake was in there. He got to see everything. Got to see the baby. And when you know, they pulled him out and he had his first cry again, I teared up. I cried a little bit because I'm like, I finally have a son. I'm so happy about it. And I was just happy he was okay and healthy, and he weighed 7 pounds 14 ounces, 2 ounces more than Valentina did, which I thought he was gonna be way more because I felt so huge this time. But yeah, both of my babies were so big. Like, I am only 5'2". I usually weigh like 120, 125. And to have these big babies is insane. I feel like if I had smaller babies, it might have been easier for me to have them naturally. Who knows? I mean, I'm a woman. I feel like we're built to do that. So I don't really care about like weight, but it might have just been a little bit easier for me. So I don't know. But yeah, that's pretty much how it went with Valentina as well. Like I said, I was there. He sent me a week before I was due because of how I was looking and feeling, and I was 3 centimeters dilated, so they sent me in. He bought my water and all that, so it was pretty much the same thing. And I just had to have a C-section with her. Sorry, ran out of space, so I did my brows off camera real quick. But like I was saying, I want to try to do natural again, go for another VBAC, because you can still try afterwards even if you didn't do it. But I want to try again for the next one. But I don't know. I'm also kind of like, maybe I should just do another C-section. I'll have 2 kids by then. At least with the C-section, I'll know like the date that I'm gonna be going in for surgery and all that, and I can plan around it. So I don't know. At this point, I'm like, it is what it is. So I might lean towards just having another C-section, but I don't know for sure. So we'll see. We'll see how I feel, because I definitely plan to have kind of a bigger break in between kids. Like, I want to be at least 2 years post. When like Theo turns 2, I want to like maybe start trying for the next one. But we'll see. I don't know, because I really want to get my body right this time. I bounced back really quick with Valentina. I think it was a lot with it had a lot to do with breastfeeding maybe, and it was like my first one, so whatever. But with this one, I have not bounced back. It's been like 2 months. I have lost a lot of the weight. I still need, I think, 20 pounds to go, and my belly is still like big-ish. I wear a size 6 right now, and usually I'm at like 4-ish. So yeah, can't fit into any of my jeans, and it's just it's upsetting to me. So I don't know, but we'll see how I do. So I really want to have the chance to like get my body right before I try again. So I'm gonna be taking the Orgy palette from Jeffree Star Cosmetics. I'm gonna be using this shade right here. It's called Blowout. It's kind of like a peachy shade. We're gonna go for a pretty Valentine's Day look today. But yeah, that was my birth story for both of them. I went through it pretty quickly just because, like, I mean, there's not much to tell about it. So yeah, Theo is such a porker now. I feel like he for sure ate way more than what Valentina did. And it was insane. Like, by 6 weeks, she was already good with like sleeping through the night and all that. Like, she was such a good baby. And Theo is a very good baby as well, but because he eats so much, he wants it so often. So this past week we finally started, well, I've been giving him more now, like 5 ounces, and he's finally like sleeping through the night like 5 hours, 6 hours at a time. And I've been sleep training him. If you want, I think I'm gonna be doing another video on that anyways, on like how I sleep train my kids. With Valentina, she's such a great sleeper now. She was in her own room at 3 months, Like, we moved her out. I did not want to have her in my room. I wanted my own space. I wanted her to have her own space, not be bothered. So yeah, I'll probably do a video on that too. So I just put that on the crease, and we're gonna go on to the next step. Oh yeah, I'm also putting that on the lower lash line as well. And then, where'd it go? I'm going to be using 2 different palettes. Just use whatever, if you want to look like recreate this look, just use whichever colors you can kind of get like the same. I'm going to be using the Omrazy palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I'm going to mix New Yorker and OG, and I'm going to pop this into the crease. But yeah, so I will, like I was saying about the sleep training stuff, I will probably do another video on that because I have had moms ask me about that, and I like did so much. I mean, I took a class, it's called the Taking Care of Babies class, but I took a class and it was so like eye-opening, especially as like a new mom. I just wanted to do something or whatever was best and would be best for me and Valentina when I started it, and I knew I would do the same thing with Theo since it worked so good with like sleep training and just knowing what to do with your baby, all that. It helped me so much. So yeah, like I knew I wasn't really gonna rely on what I knew my parenting style was gonna be different from like my siblings and my mom. Obviously they didn't have all that back in the day or whatever, but I know my sisters are very different from how I parent, and so yeah, I mean, like the foundation of everything of how we parent is like pretty much the same. We have like the same rules and expectations and that kind of stuff, but like how we do it, it's a little differently. And they never sleep trained their kids, so yeah, they think I'm bougie for doing that, but whatever keeps me sane and whatever helps Valentina sleep through the night and Theo now, I'm gonna do. So yeah, just put it in the crease like that. But yeah, that's pretty much my birth story, and then, you know, a little bit about what's going on right now. Like I said, Theo's gonna be, well, Theo will be 2 on Wednesday, and I think I'll be having this video up on Wednesday, and he has his 2-month appointment then, so we'll be doing that. I'm pretty sure he's gonna get shots, which I hate doing. I hate going by myself to the appointments that he has shots. It sucks, but Blake's working, so I can't really expect him to go, whatever. So, and then I'm gonna take a little flat liner brush and mix those 2 again and put it on the lower lash line as well. Let's see, what else can I talk about? My weight loss journey. Maybe I'll do that a little bit. I plan on talking about that once I get like I'm back to pre-baby, like my pre-baby weight. But like I said, I only weighed like 120, 125-ish, and I'm 5'2", so very petite. That's what I weighed before baby. That's what I got back down to with Valentina as well. Even before Valentina, that was what I had weighed. So yeah, I'm trying to get back down to that. I haven't weighed myself today, but the last time I did, I was like 143-ish, and I just need to lose that weight. It's all in my tummy. I'm pretty sure my legs are a little thicker than I want them to be too, because obviously they're like way tighter. When I put on like my other jeans that I was trying to see if I could fit into again, it just did not work. So I know my legs are a little bigger and I want them to be a little slimmer. I don't mind, but that's not really my biggest issue. My biggest issue is like my tummy. I also got stretch marks, and they're like ugly to me, but they're not too bad. I know like Blake won't notice them. Other people really do, who gives a crap about them, but to me, I don't like them. But I know they'll fade with time and all that. I'm still using like belly oil on them and everything, so yeah, there's that. But I just got cleared 2.5 weeks ago to do to work out, to exercise and all that. So I started working out that week after my appointment, and then I started Whitney Simmons' Alive Inside program. If you don't know her, go follow her on Instagram and go get her app. It's called Alive, and she has a YouTube, all that. She's a fitness YouTuber. I love her. Sorry. For now, I'm gonna take a Barb right here, this pinky shade, and put that on the crease, or the lid, sorry. But I'm doing her Alive Inside program that she has on her app, and I'm loving it. It's pretty intense, especially since I'm just starting out all over again, but I'm so ready to see like the difference in my body. I know it's gonna take time, but I'm ready to see like a difference and lose this dang tummy. After that, because it's like a 4-week program, I think I'm gonna also do, then my camera died, so popped in a new battery. But yeah, I used Barb on here. I don't even remember what I was saying. I think I was talking about fitness, but yeah, so I started doing that program. I'm 2 weeks in. I'm doing my 3rd week, and then it's 4 weeks, and I wanted to start off something kind of easy, even though it's pretty intense, but it's not too bad. So I'm doing that, and it's inside because it's like, you know, you can do it at home with the pandemic and all that. You don't have to go to the gym really for it. So I'm doing that, and then I want to do like Chloe Ting's 2-week ab challenge. And I also have a Peloton. That's what I was saying. I have a Peloton that I've ridden once, but I'm gonna start doing it at night before bed. It's just kind of hard because I get so tired after a workout. Like, I don't even know how I'm supposed to do that after a workout. So I want to do like my workout in the morning and then my Peloton at night before bed. I'm taking this one right here. It's called Reezy. This pretty bright pink. I think it will really look pretty with the sweater I'm wearing. And I'm kind of just going to use it on the other half of the lid and blend it together. Kind of like ombre pinky. Yes. So that's what I'm doing for like fitness right now. And I'm not really doing much on weights right now yet. I'm kind of just trying to ease back into everything. I feel when I run, because I have to, like, sometimes I run if I forget something in the house and I need, and the baby's in the car, so I like run and whatever, and I feel so weak. It like feels so weird to run, and I feel like I probably look just like a sloth trying to run. So yeah, I'm like, man, I probably look ridiculous running right now just because I haven't ran in forever, I haven't worked out in forever, and it just feels so weird. Like, my ankles feel so weird. The other thing I need to worry about though with like really losing the tummy is like what I eat, and I wouldn't say I eat horrible, but I don't eat the best. So I know like with the tummy area, it's really what you eat. So I'm trying to like drink way more water, not eat too many unhealthy things. I mean, I probably could do like the whole macro counting and all that, but that just seems like so much to worry about and to do, and I don't know if I really just want to do that right now. I don't know. I know it would probably really help me, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes after I do these 2 programs and see if I really need to do that just to really get rid of the belly and all that. So yeah, now I'm gonna be taking, actually, yeah, I'll just take them. I'm taking 1988 right here, this dark chocolatey color. I'm going to put this on the outer V. What was I saying? Oh yeah, calorie counting and all that. Like, if worse comes to worse and I really need to do that, then I'm going to do it so that I lose all the weight. But I really don't feel like I have the time to do that right now. And I've only just started going to the actual gym this week because Theo has not been good on like sleeping through the night or anything like that until the past few days. and that's because I think it was we just needed to like up his like ounces, make sure he's eating enough so he goes to sleep with like a really full belly. Because like I said, he was constantly eating. Every 2 hours, you could bet that boy wanted a bottle. So he would hardly sleep at night. I was always waking up like 2-3 hours at night, which sucked, and it made me so tired. So I was like, I'm not even gonna bother trying to go to the gym right now because I'm just too exhausted to even do that. And I like going to the gym in the morning and getting it over with like at 5 in the morning. That was before anyway. So I knew I was just not even gonna bother that right now. So there's that. I think Valentine's Day is in a few days. Don't know what we're doing, but I want to get my deck painted, like my little pergola area thingy painted, and kind of decorate a little bit out there. I had got a like vintage rattan, I don't know how you freaking pronounce it, outdoor patio like sofa thing, and it's in stores right now, but I want to get that out since we finally have a roof over like the pergola thingy, deck, whatever you want to call it. So I want to get that out, get the cushions for it so we can be out there, and I can be out there with the kids and all that, because right now I'm not really outside too much, and I don't like being outside. So yeah. And now I think I'm gonna mix BK and Yugo to do like a little winged liner type of thing. Okay, lashes are on. They're the Ardell double wispies or something like that. I don't know, but they come in like a 5-pack or a 4-pack. So I was like debating on which shade to use. I don't really have that many lipsticks anymore. I have the Uncensored from Fenty Beauty, but I don't know. Like, I don't know if a red lip would look good with this. And then I have this one from Kat Von D. It's an oldie. The Berlin. I don't even know if I'm pretty sure they still have this, but I'm pretty sure it's like Kat Von D Vegan Beauty now or something like that. I don't know. So we're gonna try this one. I think this will match the look the best. So I'm just going to go sharpen this. Now using Berlin. Oh yeah, that definitely works. I love that color. Looks so much brighter on a freaking camera. I'm gonna, my hair is like too like neat. There we go. That's better. All right, so Here is the finished look for Valentine's Day, and there is my whole spiel on, you know, the birth stories, and then, you know, kind of what's going on with my like weight, postpartum, bounce back, snap back, all that kind of crap, and then how Theo's doing. So yeah, I hope you guys like this video. I kind of want to just sit down and talk a little bit about the birth story. I love watching those videos. I don't know why, but I love watching them. I want to do my own because I didn't do it with Valentina, and I just wanted to talk a little bit about what's going on with like Theo, with like my body and all that. So yeah, I will see you guys in my next video, and happy Valentine's Day. Yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.